Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Tricky Jim, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, my name's Andrew Mahone. I'm a world-class Pokemon trading card game player and regional champion. In today's video, I'm going to show you the best way to play the new Celebi EX Serperior deck from Mythical Island. Celebi and Serperior are perfect together. Serperior's Jungle Totem ability doubles up all of your grass energy in play while they're attached to grass Pokemon. And then Celebi EX has the powerful Bloom attack, which allows you to flip a coin for each energy attached to Celebi, and it does 50 damage for each heads. You know, hopefully you like flipping coins, because that's what this deck is all about. Every single attack with Celebi is at the whim of your coin flips, but things should average out over time. I mean, for 2 energy, you're averaging 50 damage. Sometimes you'll hit 100, sometimes you'll hit 0. For 3 energy, you're usually hitting between 50 and 100 damage. For 4 energy, you're averaging about 100 damage. And then with Serperior in play, all of those numbers double. So for just 2 energy, you're averaging 100 damage. If you have 4 energy on Celebi, you're going to be averaging 200 damage, which is incredible. And then, of course, you always have the opportunity to high roll your opponent, and you also have the opportunity to low roll. I know some players will write this deck off right away because of all of the RNG involved, but you just gotta embrace it. Love it. Believe in yourself. And the mythical Pokemon Celebi EX will provide with the most insane high-octane knockouts you've ever seen. Something that's really cool about Serperior and its Jungle Totem ability is that it doubles up all of your energy in play as soon as it comes into play, which can create some huge momentum swings. Think about it this way. If it's turn 5 and you have 5 grass energy in play, Serperior comes in and turns those 5 energy into 10 energy, which is a plus 5 energy swing on a single turn. To compare, when you get Gardevoir into play, you can only use its Psyshadow ability to accelerate 1 extra psychic energy into play every turn. But when Serperior is online, every grass energy that you attach counts as 2 grass energy. So not only are you getting an extra grass energy every turn, every energy that you've attached up until this point also becomes an extra grass energy. This is what I'd consider your baseline Celebi EX Serperior deck. Super consistent and packed with healing to give your Celebi EX as much survivability as possible. Being a grass-type Pokemon, Celebi EX enjoys compatibility with Erica, a supporter card that allows you to heal 50 damage from one of your grass Pokemon during your turn. In combination with Potion, it's not uncommon to heal 70 or even 90 damage from one of your Celebi EX in a single turn, which pretty much completely erases your opponent's previous attack. Giving your Celebi more longevity gives you more opportunities to attach energy to your Celebi and flip more heads to take more knockouts, and it gives you time to build up your Serperior. And this is the best kind of Stage 2 deck that we've seen in the Pokemon trading card game Pocket so far. Big basics leading the charge like Mewtwo EX or now Celebi EX, backed up by powerful support Stage 2 Pokemon like Gardevoir or now Serperior. Relying on a Stage 2 Pokemon to perform your deck's most powerful attacks can be frustrating, since sometimes it's difficult to get those Stage 2 Pokemon online. But what makes this deck so good is that, like the Mewtwo Guardy deck, you can just load energy onto Celebi and start swinging before you get Serperior into play. And then the moment you put Serperior into play, everything doubles up and your damage goes through the roof. Like I said before, this is my baseline Celebi list, which I suggest giving a try first. But there are some other cool cards from Mythical Island that I think are worth considering in your Celebi Serperior deck. One card that I'm kind of in love with right now is the new Chatot with its Mimic attack that only costs 1 colorless energy, and it allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw a card for each card in your opponent's hand. This is a completely unique effect in TCG Pocket, as there are no other cards that you can play in your deck that allow you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw a new hand. One of the most frustrating things about TCG Pocket gameplay right now is that sometimes you're just stuck with a dead hand, and the cards that you need to find are at the bottom of your deck, and you have no way to mix things up and go get them. Chatot kind of helps with this in a way that no other card really can. I mean, the amount of value that you get by including one copy of Chatot is really interesting, because just one inclusion gives your deck the ability to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw a new hand. That's pretty good, and I think that Chatot fits well into decks that have all single retreating basics like the Celebi Serperior deck, since you can easily just use X speed to retreat into Chatot early in the game and use its mimic attack. Now, the one weird thing about playing Chatot, specifically in this deck, is that it can mess up your prize trade. Usually, you want to force your opponent to knock out 2 copies of Celebi EX, which makes them take 4 prizes in order to win the game. If you let your opponent knock out Chatot, then all they have to do is knock out 1 Celebi EX and then they win. That is definitely a downside. The other side of the coin, though, is that Chatot can allow you to win games that you would otherwise just dead draw and lose. So if you want to give Chatot a try, I would suggest cutting a potion or an Erica, and also trying out Dhelmise. At first, Dhelmise reads really terribly, kind of like Lapras from Genetic Apex. Its energy whip attack is just way too expensive to be reliable. It does 20 damage plus 70 more damage if you have 3 extra grass energy attached to Dhelmise. However, in the context of Serperior, that means you only need 2 grass energy attached to Dhelmise in order to do 90 damage, which makes it a fantastic attacker, but only if Serperior is in play. I tried a couple of builds with Dhelmise, and I kept finding that I didn't want to attach my energy to Dhelmise, and that I would rather just attach that energy to Celebi EX so that I had a chance to one-hit KO things as the game went on. Dhelmise is also a little bit easy to knock out, only having 100 HP, and since Serperior doesn't actually accelerate energy into play, it just doubles up the energy that you have in play, I think it's much more beneficial to attach those energies somewhere safer, like on Celebi EX, which has more hit points. That being said, playing Dhelmise in your Celebi deck does give you the option to force 2 single prizers before eventually making your opponent knock out a Celebi EX. This is just the beginning. Mythical Island has tons to unpack. New updates to water decks with cards like Vaporeon and Gyarados EX. New updates to your favorite Pikachu EX deck with Dedenne. And even boosts for your Mewtwo EX Gardevoir deck. God knows we needed those. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be creating a lot more content about the newest cards from Mythical Island in the days and weeks ahead. And make sure to let me know what you think of the new Celebi EX Serperior deck in the comments below. Y'all take it easy and have a good one. See ya.